Hey everybody, welcome to the tower. I hope you're having a great day and I hope that everything in your life is going great. But if it isn't and you're having a tower moment, maybe I can help you. What do I do here? Well, I draw two cards from the Major Arcana deck like this to find out your overall tower moment. And then I look at the bottom of the deck for more information and we will clarify. We will do 3, 2, and 3. And we will look at the bottom of the deck for one more card of information, which is then that'll be pretty much it. And by then, we should have a pretty good story and guide of how to get through your next tower moment. All of these messages are timeless, so whenever you're watching this, today, tomorrow, next week, next year, I don't know, whenever, that's when it should apply to you. I don't know how you found this video, but I'm glad you're here. And, you know, the universe wanted you to see it, so you're here for a reason. Okay, and there are no star signs. Everybody gets to play. Don't feel like you need to be left out. You're not. You're welcome. You can watch. If it does not resonate though, if it doesn't resonate, don't force it. Trust yourself. That's the number one lesson any tarot reader could probably tell you is if something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's get started, shall we? Yeah, speaking of not feeling right, the High Priestess is on this side of the tower. Now, this is the energy of exactly what I just said. You're not trusting yourself, but you're doing it anyway. You're not listening to your instincts, your higher self, your whatever you want to call it. And the energy says that you probably should, but I don't know why yet. This is just the first card. So that leads to the tower, and the tower moment leads to the strength card. So this disaster, this mistake, this whatever this is going to turn out to be, allows you to regather your strength and to stand up again. So, yeah. All right. What's on the bottom of the deck? Let's check. Fool and the Hierophant. Yeah. Fool and the Hierophant card are basically saying that you get a new start after you learn your lesson. This is some kind of lesson learned. Now it makes a lot of sense because you're not learning your lesson if you're listening to your higher self, right? That should make a whole lot of sense on how all this goes. Let's see what's going on. Get the cards and go. King of Swords, yeah, okay. Ten of Swords, okay. Queen of Swords, well, if that's not a huge warning, I don't know what is, my friends. Uh, your whole mind, your whole everything is screaming at you. Is screaming at you from the clouds, the sky, the distant beyond, whatever you want to call it. Don't do this. But the state of mind you're in right now, the King and Queen of Swords are both here. You are very emotional right now. You are not clear-headed. You're in a bad state of mind if you're watching this and this resonates. You're probably not in a good place. And I'm sorry that happened. I hope you get better. I hope you get through this. I'm just reading the cards and the Ten of Swords is here. Something isn't ending when it should have. So you're just you can't hear your inner voice right now because of all the stress, of all the pain and suffering you're going through. I don't know what happened. I'm not looking into that, but I'm saying you are in suffering right now. And I'm sorry. And that leads to your tower moment, which will, when you're not clear headed. More swords. Knight of Swords. And the Two of Wands. Both cards indicating that the tower moment is going to be the breaking point. It's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back, so to speak. You are under so much pressure that anything going wrong will probably break, right? And that's what this is. It's just like you pretty much give up. The tower moment is the change you need to move forward through the obstacles, through the pain, through the suffering, to, the Two of Wands here, to try to get to the sun, right? I think you're going to get to your point of no return here where you don't care about this anymore. The problem is you care so much. Over here on this side of the tower, this pain is so intense that you want to fix it and you're not letting it go because it sucks, but you're like, it's like trying to hold on to somebody who doesn't want you anymore. Right? It's like, I did everything for you. What can I do to be better? And they're just like, I'm not interested. I'm leaving. And you don't want them to leave because for the first time in your life, you were happy and you thought the world was going to be great. And all of a sudden they changed their mind and you're just not them anymore. You're nobody, a stranger to them, and they're walking away and you're just desperately trying to hang on and everything hurts. You wake up in the morning, or you wake up whenever you wake up, and it's just like you can't breathe. They're the first thing you think about when you wake up. They're the last thing you think about when you go to bed, and you can't breathe, and everything just feels like, if everything burned down, you wouldn't even notice. That's how bad this pain is. But the tower moment is going to come when the Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands here show up, and it's going to say, hey, listen, if they're leaving you, they're doing you a favor. You can't make somebody stick around because then they will hate you and it'll be horrible. And you're living in a world where that doesn't exist. You're living in a world where they come around and they go, oh, I was wrong. I made a mistake. I don't know what I was thinking. That's the world you're living in. The real world, no. If they stick around, they hate you. And it's suffering, it's misery, and the Knight of Swords is going to come through and tell you that. The tower moment is going to come through and change all this, where you understand that, because this could be your tower moment, this video, where I tell you that it's okay to let go. It's going to hurt, it's going to suck, and you're going to question it every day for the rest of your life, probably, like what happened, why wasn't I good enough, this, that, and the other. But eventually you'll stop thinking about it a little more. Every day you're going to find yourself able to breathe a little easier, and you won't question it so much. You'll just be like, you know what, that person, they weren't who I thought. I was in love with a mask. I cared about somebody who didn't exist. And you move on. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's quick. But once you realize that the thing you cared about didn't exist, it wasn't real, you're going to move on. Will you want that fantasy back? Sure. Will you want that version of that person back? Yes. Every day. Because all you can think about is the life you could have had. But that's not where you want to be right now. Person wasn't real. You were, they weren't. And you're going to be hard on yourself. You're going to be hard on them. It's going to go back and forth. You're going to be mad at them, and then you're going to be mad at yourself, and you're going to think, what could I have done to make it better? And then you're going to be like, well, what could you have done to, make them see you in a different... You're going to move on. That's why the Strength card is here. But you're going to feel beat up, just like I said, Nine of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it's basically what I just said. Exactly what I just said. Man, maybe I am psychic. I don't know. But yeah, the energy is you're beat up, you're sore, you're tired, you're going to be mad at yourself, you're going to be mad at them, and it's going to flip-flop for a while. It's going to flip-flop for a while, and and then you're like, I can't be mad at them. They're the love of my life. Well, no, the thing they presented themselves as was the love of your life, not who they were. Who they really were was a monster, and they took advantage of you. They used you for everything they could, and then they tossed you away, and they probably did a lot of damage on the way out. But eventually, the scales tip, and you start realizing all the things they did to you, right? You start piling them up, and the scales start a tip in your favor where you go, oh, I should just be mad at them for lying and being evil, and you come out of this situation. It's just going to take a lot of time because the Page of Swords is here, and that's the card of information. That's the card of, learning, being a student, gathering information. And the more you look into them, the more you're going to realize that they were evil from the beginning. It was all a mask. But you're in a lot of pain right now because they probably just left you, or they're about to, and you're going to be in a bad spot real quick, or you are right now. So that is terrible, and I wish you the best of luck. But you got to hang in there. You got to realize that this person was never real. They were a mask. They had this plan from the beginning. They had no intention of being with you longer than they had to be. They were a monster. You're a good person. If you're watching this video, I believe that you are a good person because I like to project my energy out to people who need my help or my guidance, and that's what I'd like to do. So if you found this, I hope that this makes sense to you. You're not a bad person. They were the bad ones. You did everything. You probably did everything right. I don't know the situation, but I feel like you did, and I feel like they stabbed you in the back and the heart, and they laughed at you as they walked off. They were a monster. You pay for that. But the Fool card is here, my friend. The Fool card and the Hierophant. You will learn a freaking valuable lesson with this energy. And when you move on again, when you start over, you will you'll know what to look for. You will see all the red flags, and you will immediately know yes or no if this person is real or not. Because you're never going to go through this again. This is a one and done situation, I think. I think you're going to learn. I think you're going to be good. I think you're going to be strong from this. It's not going to kill you. You will become stronger out of this. Guaranteed. It just sucks. Believe me. I know. I've done this too. I've done this exact thing. And there were times there in the past, and I didn't think I was going to make it either, but I did, and I pulled myself out. And you can too. You got this. All right, what's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, the Page of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, and that's the energy of, you're still solid. You're still you. You're still in one piece. You're not defeated yet. You just feel like you are, but you're not done. Move on, friend. Look at all the good things you still have in your life. You're watching me on a video right now, so you got a phone or a TV or a computer or something. Start there. Then just look around and say, hey, I got a freezer that works. I got a vacuum cleaner that works. I got a TV that works. You just start counting your little blessings and move up from there. Whatever they might be. But you're going to make it. All right, I'm going to show you the cards and I'll be done for the day. Here we go. If you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate all of you. And yeah, if you'd like to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome, because I'm just an old man with a YouTube channel and a cell phone and trying to do things the old-fashioned way. You, me, a deck of cards, and talking. No fancy graphics, no editing, no music. Pretty average. Anyway, yeah, I do try to upload every single day, so that's a thing. So you can hang out with me at least, even if the message doesn't resonate. All right. Once again, if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.